There are fresh concerns that the war between Israel and Hamas could expand into a wider regional conflict. This is video showing Israeli ground forces fighting inside Gaza. There is no indication when it was recorded. Israel's military says intensive battles are happening in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. But an apparent drone strike in Beirut is putting new focus on Israel's border with Lebanon. Hamas confirms its deputy political leader was killed, along with 2 other military commanders. The deputy leader is the most senior Hamas official to die in the war. Trent Murray joins us live now from Tel Aviv with more. Trent, Israel won't confirm or deny a role in that drone strike that killed the Hamas deputy in Lebanon, but his assassination, it is sharply raising concerns that the conflict, that it could escalate and expand. So what kind of reaction is there this morning?
Yeah, it certainly is, Hillary. Good morning. We know that Saleh al-Arouri was, as you say, effectively the deputy of Hamas, deeply involved in its military affairs, was even touted as a future leader of the group. But we now know that he has died in that airstrike, according to Hamas themselves. Now, as you say, Israel is not officially confirming that they were behind this, but what they have said publicly leading up to this incident is that they will continue to hunt down the leaders of Hamas wherever they are and target them. And it would certainly appear this morning that they have now acted on that threat. Now, all eyes really are on the reaction here, because this will strike deeply at the core of those groups linked to Iran that consider Israel their enemy. I think the most worrisome, certainly for Israel right now, is the Lebanon-based Hezbollah group. They have vowed to respond to this strike in Lebanon, and it is a vow from a group that is thought to possess around 150,000 missiles and rockets, more than many countries. For that reason, the Israel army is saying today it is in a state of high readiness on its northern border with Lebanon, and it would certainly appear that in the region right now, this arena of the conflict in Gaza has now expanded to include Lebanon, and with it, so too, the risk of escalation or miscalculation.
And Trent, all of this is happening at a time of new friction between the U.S. and some of those members of Israel's war cabinet. What's the issue there?
Yeah, well, we know that there have been ongoing discussions about what happens in the Gaza Strip the day after this war comes to an end, as diplomats describe it. But it is some of the public sentiments now which are being expressed by senior members of Benjamin Netanyahu's government, which has got many in this region concerned, but in particular the United States. Let me just give you an example. The discussion is around what the Israelis are calling a voluntary resettlement program of Palestinians living within Gaza. Now, the intelligence minister, for example, has said that voluntary migration is the best and most realistic program for the day after the fighting ends. The interior security minister has said that this war provides an opportunity to concentrate on encouraging the migration of residents from Gaza, while the finance minister has doubled down this morning, despite some of that criticism, saying that there is broad support within Israel for the immigration of Gaza Arabs and their absorption into other countries. He didn't provide any source for that alleged broad support. But what we do know is that the US just really does not like this language or this rhetoric. The State Department overnight slamming it, saying it was inflammatory and irresponsible. The ambassador to the UN for the US, Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield, has said there should be no mass displacement of Palestinians within Gaza. But we do know that those sentiments are becoming increasingly common from the Israeli government. The Times of Israel here, a national newspaper, is reporting today that the Israeli government has already spoken to the country of Congo in Africa around the potential resettlement of Gazans to there.
Okay, Trent, as always, thank you for this. Trent Murray for us this morning in Tel Aviv.